Hey folks, Mad Dog and Merrill here. Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grill. We're gonna have some fun today.
Yes, we are, sir. It's just absolutely a beautiful day, and we got our shack back there.
That's the
Tell
grill.
them about the shack.
That's the Grill Billy Shack. And I'll tell you what, folks, when's the last time you had an old-fashioned
Old-fashioned many years ago. No, just last night.
root beer float or cherry float? Baumeister makes some darn good old-fashioned root beer and cherry soda. And at our grill shack up in Bailey's Harbor at Kepsel's Farm Market, just north of Bailey's Harbor on Highway 57, Kepsel's Farm Market, you can have a wonderful, in fact, we're gonna do a double stacker here today, but we'll get into that in a moment or two.
Really?
Beautiful brats and burgers on the grill, but the Baumeister sodas, the great burgers, it's a great, you can even have grilled Billy peanuts if you'd
I like that,
We're gonna have a good time here
Yes,
today,
we
though.
are. I'm excited about it. How about you?
No, there's only one way to start, and that's to finish.
Okay.
We'll be right back with
All right.
more of Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grillin'.
Oh, yes.
I had to repeat that twice, you know, to make sure that we knew that. Hey, Merrill, why did the grilled shrimp cross the road?
I don't know, Mad Dog. Why did the grilled shrimp cross the road?
To get to the Shell station.
Join the exclusive Mad Dog and Merrill Grillin' Club. Every member receives the official Grillin' Club t-shirt and towel. Discover new recipes, chat with fellow grillers, watch valuable videos, learn new jokes, or submit a unique recipe for a chance to see it on our show. Log in now for your chance to share in the Grillin' Club. View past episodes of our show by going to maddogandmerrill.com and click on Midwest Grillin'.
Welcome back to Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grillin'. Having a beautiful time, huh?
You missed the
Welcome back to Midwest Grillin'. How's that?
That's good.
Hello, everybody. We're having a great time. We're at Kepsel's Market right here in beautiful Bailey Harbor.
I know, it's wonderful.
Yeah,
isn't it?
really nice day today. We're doing little sandwiches.
You know what Kepsel's do during the off season?
They hibernate.
They actually do. How they do? They do two things.
All right.
They do a lot of great canning.
Okay.
And all the preserves and all the pickles and all the sauces and everything are in the inside of the farm, the market here at Kepsel's. And then they also go down and they do hibernate in Florida for a little bit. Well, they deserve it.
Well, they
work
do.
hard.
They're here all the time on there and
Yes.
canning away. It's just amazing.
Now do what you're going to do. I just want to put that.
No, we're going to use some of their products today. You know, we've always been talking about sauerkraut. I like doing a dish called kraut burgers, and it's very simple. I've got about a pound of ground beef here that I went ahead. You could actually do this in a pan at home if you like. I just did this in the drip pan, aluminum drip pan.
Yep,
and I'm going to use some kraut, and probably not a whole, I'd probably use about maybe 14 ounces of kraut or so in there. Yeah,
Did you drain that sauerkraut?
I drain that
Thank
sauerkraut,
you.
sir.
That's a little
And
crisp kraut.
It is. It's great stuff. That's
Yes,
actually
it
their
is.
Bavarian. Okay, now I'm going to mix that up around just a little
Mild
bit.
and sweet.
And you got the burgers in here. Now I've got some tomatoes. All right, the diced tomatoes, ladies and gentlemen. So
Okay.
we got some burgers, we got some sauerkraut, can of diced tomatoes here.
Ooh, don't cut yourself.
Oh no, I hate that. I hate that. Mix that up around. And this is really good. You should really let this simmer after this is mixed for a good hour, even up to a couple hours on a low heat.
I can't wait for this.
I know, that's really good. It's really good. Then I'll use about a cup of spaghetti sauce, any type of spaghetti sauce you'd like.
Uh-oh.
I'll use
Spaghetti sauce.
spaghetti sauce. And then I'm going to use some Kepsel salsa. Their salsa is just phenomenal.
Oh,
here.
I love it. I love it.
This
I
is
love
their
it.
mild. They've got a hot one here, but they've got some nice chunky tomatoes. It already has the peppers and the onions in there, so I don't have to worry about that. Or you could dice them up, but I'm just going to mix it up.
Gonna be good.
It is going to be good.
You're so delicate today.
I'm in that delicate mood, you know?
Wow.
You know what it's like to be delicate? Now I'm going to stir that up. It looks like a mess, but let me show you
The real mess.
it's the real mess.
Let me show them the real
We'll
mess.
get them the real mess, sir. I'm going to put this back
Maybe
on
we can show it
there.
right here. Can you get that right over here, young man? Look at that. Isn't that delicious looking? You know
I love
something?
it.
I've actually been waiting
I
the
have
whole
too.
time we've been setting up, and this has been simmering now for...
I'm sorry to walk in front of the camera there, sir, but you could go ahead and serve me some of that. This is just great, folks. If
What are you
you've
doing with that?
That's my tie I
Here,
forgot to
there's
wear.
one little hunk of hamburger I want.
There
on
you go.
too.
All right, good. That's
Okay.
good. That's absolutely, I knew he'd do that. Isn't that good? It really, really is good.
I've been waiting all day for that.
Yeah. It's absolutely good.
I
Very
mean,
good.
all day.
It's very good.
Make your
Something
own.
easy to do, too.
Okay,
Okay.
at the Grill Billy Shack, here's a couple things you're gonna have. We're in the Midwest, we're in Wisconsin, but the Midwest, people are accustomed to bratwurst, and they serve a darn good bratwurst in the Grill Billy Shack and up at Kepsel's, but they also have beautiful brat patties. And the gorgeous brat patties are wonderful to do. And here's a great way to do it. I got my, for some reason, I got my buns in a little, and I also have some burgers on there. So we're gonna do a double stacker right now. So we got the brat patties just a cooking away. We got a couple nice, their buns are bigger. Their buns are nice and big. So we're gonna take a double stacker, a brat patty done to perfection.
All right.
Hold on each one. Watch this, watch this. A brat patty on each one.
Holy
a little
cow.
bit of Dough Works, Mad Dog and Merrill's Dough Works. And once again, for you folks that aren't familiar, Dough Works are these 4 ingredients. First ingredient, 70% of it is a tomato puree, homemade ketchup. And then we add 10% of a broughton brown mustard from Silver Springs, made in Wisconsin, a little bit of onion, and a little bit of crisp kraut in there. So it's all in one condiment. No more mess, no more fuss when you do tailgate parties this fall, when you have parties. So there's a little bit of our Dough Works over the top of the brats. That's all you really need. Now we have a couple of burgers, big old beef burgers on top of that. I know. And this is my favorite right here. Kepsel's, watch this. Here's fresh.
Well, that's good stuff.
This is their bread and butter pickles. Really thinly sliced bread and butter pickles. So we're gonna put a couple nice scoops of bread and butter pickles over the top. And there's our double stacker Grillbilly sandwich that you folks can enjoy. Doesn't that look delicious, folks?
That's a biggie.
That's a biggie, let me tell you. Hey, real quick here. Not real quick. Friday, October 5th, 2 great grilling classes by Mad Dog and Merrill here up at Bailey's Harbor at Kepsel's. Friday, October 5th at 10 o'clock in the morning, and then we're going to repeat another class at 2 o'clock. And you can call 920-854-2433, and the number's right below us right there.
Let's see it right there.
920-854-2433, or go online at kepsels.com to get directions to come here and to learn that number again. But there we got the beautiful, this is a facsimile of the burger that's served here. They're going to create their own for you, and you can put your own toppings on there. Those are the toppings I suggest, that's for sure. I'm going to finish up, and of course some Grillbilly peanuts.
You gotta have Grillbilly peanuts.
To serve with that.
Are those a Cajun
These are the Cajun Grillbilly peanuts, and you can get those here too. So now we got the best of all the worlds right here. And
Yes, we do.
Excuse me, 1 minute.
Yes,
you finish up the segment, okay? Finish it up.
I will. Nothing like a kraut burger. We've got the hamburgers
Tell them we'll be
here.
right back.
Tell them we'll be right back.
Good job.
Good job, thanks. I got a job.
It does not pay.
It's never has.
If you have a comment or suggestion about today's show, contact us at maddogandmerrill.com. And don't forget to friend us on Facebook.
Hey, I'll tell you what, welcome back to Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling. You know, fall is coming upon us pretty fast, and we got the harvest of the cabbages. Cabbage or cabbages?
I would say cabbage. Cabbage is in.
I never was the head of my class. But I do know that when you put a bag of crisp kraut on your forehead on a nice sunny day, it sure feels good and crisp.
That's because it's crisp kraut.
It certainly is. It's also wonderful stuff. It's fresh. It's great tasting. This is tart and tangy. Merrill uses the Bavarian style, which is more of a sweet and mild flavor. But it's all about crisp kraut once again. I've got a nice bag of crisp kraut sitting here, and I drained this today because mine is going to be all about apples.
Okay,
Apples in the fall are absolutely delicious. So we have the crisp kraut there. I actually took and browned up. I'm going to add these right now.
All right.
I got better looking ones in the pan, so don't be worried, folks. I got browned up some nice little short ribs.
Aha.
So I browned up some wonderful short ribs, and I'm going to add a few onions on top of those that I diced up.
Okay.
So we're going to add onions over the top of those, and I'm going to take a nice, beautiful apple.
That is a nice, that's a gorgeous apple.
It's a Door County apple, so it's got to be wonderful. And I'm going to take, and apples do a couple things. Apple adds some wonderful flavor, and it also supposedly takes away some of the gas of the sauerkraut. So we'll see what happens.
How come it hasn't worked with you?
I haven't had it yet. I'm just cutting up the apple, okay? Come on, there's people out there watching.
I know.
So we're going to chunk up a nice apple inside of there. I'm going to add a little brown sugar. So we have the kraut, we have the browned up country style ribs.
Okay.
We have apple, we have onion over the top. I'm going to put a whole bunch of brown sugar over the top of that. There's one handful. There's 2 handful. Merrill's a handful. So we're going to add a nice little couple of handfuls of brown sugar over the top. Once again, I'm going to wipe the sugar off my hands. Apple cider. Apple cider with the apples and the brown sugar and the onion. That's going to be in place of the beer. If you don't want to use beer, just use a little apple cider. And we're going to seal that up. And
I'm going to smell that apple cider. I bet it is really good.
I tasted some of the kraut, folks. I wish this was taste-o-vision and smell-o-vision. I'm going to set this to the side, but we're going to wrap that up.
Okay.
We're going to place that back on the grill for till we reduce the juices to almost zip. Okay. And I'm going to show you what I mean in just a second here. Let me grab this off the grill.
All right.
And
ooh, Andy.
Honest to goodness, you couldn't ask. I was going to plate this up, but it probably looks pretty darn good just like that. But you can look at the short ribs. Look at that, the apple cider, the apple juice, just totally, and it's just nice and juicy. So we'll plate up some nice little short ribs over the top. The sauerkraut, you couldn't ask for finer kraut than that with the apples.
The aroma on that is unbelievable.
The wind's going the right way for you, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I like that. I can almost take a piece. That's for sure. Unbelievable.
Look at the gorgeous platter there. Now that is fall with the apples, with the apple cider inside there. Let me just taste one. Oh my God. Go ahead, taste right here.
I'll taste this right here.
Are you going for the meat? It is delicious, folks. What a great way to do short ribs on the grill.
People just don't appreciate sauerkraut like that they should. You know, you got to sit back, try some different things. Sauerkraut is really good, you know, got some good fiber in there. And speaking of good fiber, you know another thing that has good fiber in it?
Beans.
Beans, good old beans.
Yep.
I've got some onions in here that I went ahead and diced up. And I have a 28-ounce can of beans, which I have drained. I'm going to place the beans in there. And this is something really that a lot of it...
Bush.
Bush. I'll stop right there.
Me too.
Anyway, you got some beans, but a lot of people don't think this. I've got some already made up. But I've also have some kielbasa, which I went ahead and grilled up earlier. Dice that up.
I love kielbasa on the grill.
Place that in there. It's grilled kielbasa. Stir that around a little bit, too, with the onions. Now you want to add some brown sugar, but before the brown sugar, we're talking about Bavarian kraut. You get this kraut in the refrigeration department at the grocery store. It's absolutely great. I love it, I love it, I love it. I'm going to use maybe half of that. You could go more if you like to. Stir that around. Then we're going to go ahead and use the #1 barbecue sauce.
Sweet and rich, #1.
Right.
Mad Dog and Merrill's. It's #1 in Wisconsin, #1 in Minnesota, and #1 for you folks in Illinois.
That's right. #1. It says so on the bottle. It's #1 everywhere. It's got to be good, #1. So I'm going to put some of that in there. And you know, you could go with maybe a quarter cup. I want a whole cup of brown sugar in there.
Okay.
Go ahead, place it in there. That'll sweeten it up again also. Stir this around. Now really, if you can, if you do this in your oven or at home, you really want this simmer for a good 2 hours. Definitely a really good 2 hours. We got some done here in the back here. All right, I'll go ahead and move this out of the way.
Oh, man.
I just love this stuff. People just do not...
Oh, hold on.
I'll bet you that's hot, isn't it?
Yeah. Let me get my hot mitt.
You got a hot mitt?
Yeah, another pan of aluminum
There you
foil.
go. There you go. We're professionals, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, my gosh. Look at them babies there. Let me get my tongs in there.
There you go. Look at that.
Oh, man. The
Very
baked
good.
beans, the kielbasa, the kraut, the brown sugar, the onions.
Life's good. Life's good.
Oh, man. Let me tell you
stuff.
that.
Be creative with
Friday,
kraut.
October 5th. Friday, October 5th. Friday, October 5th. From 10 until 2, a great grilling class here at Kepsel's Farm Market. Go call this number right there. You call that number right there, the 920 number.
Yep. Okay.
Friday, October 5th. Classes at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Good times will be had by all.
I'm looking forward to it.
So am I.
It should be a really good time.
Crisp kraut on the grill. You can't beat it, ladies and gentlemen. Happy grilling. We'll be right back. I'm going to do some dessert on the grill.
Okay, all right.
View past episodes of our show by going to maddogandmerrill.com and click on Midwest Grillin'.
It has been reported that Mad Dog and Merrill's signature sauces and spices have been seen around the world. And now we want to know, where in the world is Mad Dog and Merrill? Take a selfie photo of yourself holding a Mad Dog and Merrill's product in front of a sign or interesting landmark. Post the photo to Mad Dog and Merrill's Facebook page, and once a month, one lucky fan will win a grilling set of Mad Dog and Merrill's products. Go to facebook.com/Mad Dog and Merrill. Happy grilling! Mad Dog and Merrill here from Kepsel's Farm Market up in Bailey's Harbor in Door County, Wisconsin, Highway 57, north of Bailey's Harbor, about 4 or 5 miles. And I was just thumbing through our new Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling Cookbook.
Yes, sir.
Found throughout the state of Minnesota and Wisconsin.
Right.
And I was looking at page 126.
I know what recipe that is. Everybody likes that.
Grilled Twinkies. We do grilled Twinkies. I do angel food cake on the grill. There's nothing you can't cook, and desserts are delicious to do. I got ripped off.
Why?
I bought a pound cake, and it's only 10 3/4 ounces.
Really?
So,
we should write to those folks.
I should. We're going to take a pound cake, and I'm going to actually make some nice little slicings in there. And I have a little bowl with a little bit of Fat Louise olive oil in it. And I'm going to turn these faces this way here. And I think I could do this recipe. I've never done this recipe before, but it's got to work out.
Okay.
I have a little bit of oil, a little bit of olive oil, and I'm just going to lightly baste both sides with a real quick with an olive oil so it browns up really nice and fast. The grill is set for a nice medium direct heat. I didn't even really want to preheat it too much, but I wanted to baste both sides with an oil. I think it'd get too dry if I didn't baste the sides.
Sure,
and I'm not
right
sure.
on that.
Yeah, Twinkies you put directly on the grates of the grill. The angel food cake, we actually cut into wedges and we dip it in, melt all the wedges in melted butter, and it comes out wonderful on the grill. So I'm gonna sear these up, and I have a feeling as soon as I get the last of the 8 wedges on the grill, I'm gonna start flipping again.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
good.
top them when I'm done and create a nice little dessert, but you go right ahead there.
Now, is that lemon olive oil you're using, or is that the lemon?
It's lemon olive
Oh, man,
oil.
you can really smell it. That's not really making it taste really, really good.
We're so blessed with some great infused olive oils, from the garlic to the lemons to the sage and wild mushrooms. I mean,
Right.
there's so many different ones. It's phenomenal.
It is, it is. You know, sauces are really a lot of fun to use, whether it be for baking and grilling, sauce for a ham, or sauce just like he's done with the pound cake. Very simple to do to make your own sauce. Today I'm in a very, very, very good mood. We're talking about blackberries. I'm using some dark
Very good mood.
I'm very good mood. I got some Dorp Peninsula blackberry wine, which is very good. I got some of Kepsel's blackberry jelly, some of their jam. And I'm going to use brown sugar to sweeten this up. Now, if you wanted to, if you had some regular whole blackberries, you could place them in there, but this could be good on top of the pound cake if you like. It would also be good on a ham, which I've done before. I've even had this even cold, and I'll tell you what, even drinking it even cold isn't bad. But I'm going to pour that on there. And then I've got a bunch of blackberry jam that I'm going to put in there. And I'm going to heat this up and stir it. And we can use this to go ahead and pour over the pound cake. This would be a great glaze for a ham if you're doing that. Stir that around, okay? And then I'll let that heat up on the griddle, let that solidify, but it comes out absolutely excellent. Really good flavor and things for it.
Hey,
too.
watch this. I've had these on for, it's a pretty hot grill. I did fire it up on high and turned it down to medium. When we do television, you got to do things fast and furious. At home, you can take a little more time, but I did these a little double flipping. And I'm going to show these just a second here.
All right.
Let me grab these all off here because they turned out, oops, sorry, come here. They
Oh, look at that.
I'm going to leave those 2 off to the
Doesn't take
side.
long at all.
So we browned up both sides, and if you get them do them one way and then give them a little quarter turn, that's how you, of course, get the score marks in there. But we're going to take our pound cake, a little bit of Kepsel's farm fresh apple pie filling, and of course, all good grillologists don't have spoons.
No,
but I've got tongs, and we're going to top each one of those with a nice scooping of apple pie filling. Now, in front of me over here to my right, your left, we have other great suggestions. I think apple butter would be delicious on top of there, which they have on the inside. But we have a cherry rhubarb pie filling that would be wonderful. We have a peach berry pie filling inside sold into Kepsel's here. And so we're going to continue on with our little toppings here. Some Cool Whip or ice cream on a beautiful fall day. And you can't go wrong, let me tell you, folks. Look at that.
You did a good job on that.
And if that weren't good enough, I have a little bit of sprigs of my fresh basil. So we're going to put a little sprig of fresh basil there for a little bit of a garnish. And all the rest can have one little sprig if you'd like to.
That just went from a $12 plate up to a $20 plate.
It certainly did, with that little bit of a garnish.
That's all you have to do.
Well, I'll tell you, we're going to finish things up from Kepsel's Farm Market up in Bailey's Harbor here in just a moment or two. But I think Merrill and I got to have a little bit of dessert. Pound cake, apple pie filling, delicious on the grill, a little bit of garnish if you'd like to, but become creative, be a grillologist, get rid of the blasés, and be a grillologist. We'll be right back. Man, that's going to be good, huh?
Oh, just like my mama used to make.
My mama didn't cook.
If you have a comment or suggestion about today's show, contact us at maddogandmerrill.com. And don't forget to friend us on Facebook.
I'll tell you what, we had a great time here today at Kepsel's Farm Market. Obviously, fall is upon us, but there's a lot of great things to do. Fall Fest in Sister Bay comes up the October 12th weekend.
Right.
But the weekend before that, Pumpkin Patch up here in Door County, the weekend of October 5th.
Yep, always a good time.
Yep.
A lot of great
Pumpkin
deals and
Patch
things.
on the 5th through the weekend, Fall Fest in Sister Bay, but throughout all of Door County, you can stop up here, get up to Kepsel's. You can visit the wonderful Grilln Shack.
Yes, sir, the Grilln Shack.
Have a great little sandwich or two, maybe a nice little root beer float or something like that.
I could go for one of those right now, matter of fact.
And don't forget those classes October 5th. 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Grilling classes right here at Kepsel's Farm Market. It's going to be a great time. Good feast to be had by all. You folks have a great time. A lot of good tough stuff to be had here. A lot of good grilling to be had.
Yes, it is. Boy, we're in the preserves now.
Your brother was in the preserves. Oh, we don't have time for that.
All right, yeah, that's just a long story. It's a long story on there. If you're looking for some good preserves, come to Kepsel's Market. It's
Absolutely right. That's what he meant to say.
That's right.
Happy grilling, folks. We'll
Bye-bye,
see you later.
Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grillin' is a production of Lashbro Visual Communications.